Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how you could get your very first $100,000. That's right, your first 100K in your stock portfolio. So in this video, I'm going to be covering the steps that you need to take, how much money you need to invest, the type of returns that you're going to need to get, and exactly how long it's going to take before you have that $100,000 in your stock portfolio. And if you stay tuned to the end of this video, so be sure to stay tuned and watch the whole way through, because at the end of the video, I'm going to explain to you exactly with you doing the exact same steps that it took you to get your first $100,000, that if you continue to do those exact same steps, exactly how long it's going to take for that $100,000 that you've accumulated in your stock portfolio, how long it'll be before that 100,000 turns into 200,000. So be sure, like I said, be sure to stay tuned and watch all the way to the end so you can find out how long it takes for you to turn that your first 100K into 200K. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into this video. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump on into our compound interest calculators so we could go ahead and start, plugging in these different numbers on our compound interest calculator, so that way we can start looking at, what's the dollar amount. Let's look at the length of years and the type of, rates of return that we're going to need on our investments, so that way we could reach our first 100K. So one quick little side note though that I do want to make, before we go any further with this video, is that in no way anything that I'm saying right now to you guys in this video is for you guys to take it as like investing advice or anything like that. I'm not trying to make any recommendations on any type of particular, stock investments or anything like that, or any type of investments for your stock portfolio. Now, what I am saying in this video is that if you guys select some good investments that will get you the type of returns like I'm sharing with you guys in this video, and like you'll see on the screen, that if you guys pick some investments like that, and that if those investments will give you the type of returns, and you invest the type of dollar amounts like what I'm showing you guys in this video, then you could expect that you will get the type of numbers or the results, in other words, that like will mimic your results, will mimic the results that I'm showing you and sharing with you guys in this video. So enough of that. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead, enter in $0 because that's what we're starting off with. We have $0 in our stock portfolio. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in how much we're going to contribute per month. So we're going to contribute $525 per month into our stock portfolio, and we're going to invest that. Let's just say, for example, for this example in this video, we're going to say that we did this in an S&P 500 index fund. So some type of investment, some type of index fund that tracks the performance of the S&P 500. And then now let's go ahead and head out to interest rate. We're going to put in 10%. The reason why I put in 10% is because if you invest in a good index fund that tracks the performance of the S&P 500, it's going to provide you with the average annual rate of return of 10% annually. So then we put in 10%, then we're going to go down, hit calculate because it's going to, or we're going to select annually because it's going to compound annually. Then we're going to hit calculate, and then there it is for you guys right there. If you start from scratch, you invest, you have $0 to start with, and you invest $525 per month into your stock portfolio, and you invest that $525 into some type of investment in your stock portfolio, and that investment that you selected generates you a 10% annual rate of return over the next 10 years, then you're going to end up with $100,000. I mean, there it is for you guys to see right there on the screen. I mean, this just shows you, that's what I was like explaining to you guys, that I was going to show you the type of dollar amount, the length of time that it would take for you to reach your first 100K. And so you're starting from zero. I shared with you exactly how much you're going to have to invest, how long it's going to take, and the type of return that you're going to need to get, because honestly, anything less than a 10% annual rate of return is just going to take way too long for you to reach that first 100K. So that's why I went with the investment, or like the example of 10% annual rate of return in this video. So you start from scratch, you invest $525 per month. For the next 10 years, you get the average annual rate of return of 10% annually, and then that compounds annually. So then you end up with your first 100K. So now let's go ahead. Like I said, I was going to share with you guys, if you guys stood around and watched to the end of the video, how long exactly, if you continue to invest the same way, doing the exact same thing, not changing any investments, still investing the same dollar amount per month, how long would it take before that 100K that you just hit, that $100,000 that you've built up in your stock portfolio, how long would it be before that first $100,000 doubles itself into $200,000? So let's go ahead and start plugging in those numbers. So we're not going to start off with zero because we obviously got $100,000 in our stock portfolio. So let's go ahead and put in 100,000, and then let's go down into how much we're going to contribute per month. We're going to contribute the same, $525 per month. And then now let's look at the length of time. It's going to be, let's go ahead and put in 5 years. And then we're going to get the same 10% annual rate of return. And then that's going to compound annually. And then now let's go ahead and look at those numbers. Well, there it is there for you guys right there on the screen. After 5 years of starting off with $100,000 and you continually investing $525 a month, getting the 10% annual average rate of return over that 5-year period, your $100,000 has doubled itself into $200,000. So your 100K has turned into 200K simply by that time frame of 5 years going by, and you consistently, just like clockwork, investing you've already built up your portfolio to 100K. So now this is the point where compound interest is really going to start working for you. So you just continue to invest that $525 a month at that 10% average annual rate of return. And after 5 years, your 100K has become 200K. I mean, I said I was going to show you guys, like I said at the beginning of this video, I said I was going to show you guys how long it would take, the type of dollar amount that you would need to invest, the type of returns that you would, that you would see that you would need. And you need at least those 10% average annual rates of return or better, because anything, like I said, anything less than 10% is just going to take you far too long for you to reach these goals. It's anything less than a 10% annual average rate of return would have took you longer than 10 years for you to reach your first 100K. And then after you would have reached that first 100K, it would have took you even longer than the 5 years for you to reach your second 100K. So I just wanted to show you how it's possible with very average rates of return, and why you don't need to select the best investments possible or anything like that, or get the most highest rates of return to really start off with zero and then, scale up your portfolio to, some large numbers, and then get those large numbers to work for you. Because if it took 10 years for you to go from 0 to 100K, and then it took 5 years for you to go, in other words, it took you 10 years for your portfolio to go from $0 to $100,000. And then once your portfolio hit $100,000, then it only took your portfolio 5 years to go from 100,000 to 200,000. So you could only imagine after this point that you hit 200,000, how long would it take before your 200,000 turns into 400,000, your 400 turns into 800, and so on and so forth. So I mean, you guys could, go ahead and play around with those numbers. Just go online, check out, a free compound interest calculator, start plugging in the numbers, and you could just hopefully by you looking at those numbers right there in the compound interest calculator will motivate you to, get started with investing if you're not already currently investing. And I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and that if you guys please just do me a favor, hit the like button on this video. It really, just shows your support for my channel here on YouTube. And if you guys are new here and you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that red subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell, so that way YouTube will notify you each and every time I upload a video. And I will catch you guys in the next video. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.